Heyo, we live. It's a week one matchup between 2% Chungus and SP Ridley. I don't know why I combined the two names. Look at me starting off on the right foot. Bam, now we're done. 2% Chungus versus SP Ridley week one matchup. Alright, we scaled up the sound a little bit. Looks like it's the good old recorder start, just be pleased. Looks like Ridley's gonna go towards the Armos if allowed by the Lionels, which are kind of thwarting it. Same with 2% Chungus, but he's a little bit further behind at the moment. Just did some recorder checks. Man, the right Armos is going to be really fun to get out of. Just you wait. Fun times are had. Looks like we had a silver sighting already, so we have a little bit less of a struggle to find our required go-boat items. Book on the coast. Potentially fun. And a level 2 sighting. Right off the bat, looks like second quest 2, perhaps, starting on the right side of the A. Oh, this is not going to be a great room. You're going to have to take a bop with the spike and go through with the iframes, I think. Or could just go up going that way for a bit. Red bubble, so we guaranteed ourselves second quest. Something. I'm gonna assume it's front half second quest. 113 is now found by both runners. 2% Chungus is gonna save that money up. And there is the key on the left side of the vertical shoot room, so that will give you second quest front half. Any road hype. Well, forgotten spot, not exactly the best any road, but at the same time, prevents you from having to check that spot later, so I suppose that'll work. We do have a fairly easy Triforce to get to, and two. Got there swordless, in fact, given the red bubble. Any road's pretty poor overall, I'd say. Both runners now with the candle. Money definitely not a problem in this one. It's a good thing because hit prices are fairly expensive at the first shop. Stuck between two levers there, trying to get the second quest 7 spot marked off. Level 8 now found. Given that starting spot, we are looking at shapes on the back half, I would think. It's, I believe, one spot too far to the left to be first quest. Early bait purchase for SP Ridley. It will be present in level 3 and fairly likely to be in the way there. Also will be in level 7 with shapes. I would be inclined to believe a little bit less likely. There's confirmation of shapes. The bomb wall up. And an early compass skit with remove open staircases that could technically... technically it could be, I guess, a push block. I still feel like it goes to the corner more often when that's the case, though. Really gonna check it out. And sure enough, it does push. Level 2 now found as well. For Chungus, we'll see if he gets to just the Triforce, or if he is able to get a little bit further in. Key blocks apparently are gonna prevent us from maybe getting up to the Triforce. Yeah, pushing through the wall, not gonna work in a Shapes dungeon, unfortunately. Perhaps doesn't have the ID on this just yet, which is fair. We haven't seen a ton of it. Potential for a Canana key here. Instead, we're going to go up through the shutter door. Perhaps not quite comfortable with that tech yet. Not something we can do in this room, though. Potential staircase item in 2. Instead, just the transport. And Ridley's going to sort out that they are unable to get much further in this dungeon, I think. And head on the way out, perhaps? I was hoping you could get through, but not going to work out. Neither runner has quite made it to the Armos yet. Both runners kind of going through the motions in the northeast corner here. Ridley has a little bit of the lead going into this area, however, Chungus has gotten a lot of the remainder of the loot spots already checked. Cheap bait there. Perhaps regretting the bait purchase at its larger price earlier. This staircase really doesn't do much. Unfortunately, Ridley, with the Armos touch there, is going to get sent back. So we'll get a chance to look at some of these food spots. I'm guessing it's Death Armos, aka the Blue Ring Armos, that has the Armos item to see. Ridley now with the information that the arrows will not need to be purchased. I believe the only real difference now is a couple of burn bushes versus a couple of spots in the northeast and then the coast. Doesn't quite have the coast item information, but that's a pretty small lead to be, I guess, looking at. Ridley with the opportunity now to take the Indy roads. We'll see if that will get us a look at the Armos on the west side of Hyrule, or if we decide against it. Wow, even the small is maxed out. Looks like Chungus is going to set up a bit of a Kananaki here. Which is, well, that depends on this, the Red Keys didn't want to play nice there. Looks like all we're going to get is a pack of bombs, though, unless there happens to be a bomb wall going eastbound even further. Alright, pretty soon here, we're going to get to the point where 2% Chungus has gotten the same amount of knowledge in the northeast. However, Ridley is going to be able to clear out the dead woods, given the Indy Road decisions that they made to go that direction. And likely, I would think the Armos check will be shortly thereafter. Yeah, I looked at the arrows there for a minute and then realized, wait a minute. I like the key purchase here. Second quest front half is a little bit difficult to deal with. And we already have seen that Shapes 8 is not going to play nice. Speaking of not playing nice, though, the Lynels strike again. So that's 1 for the lever and 2 for the Lynels so far. Guarding level 6, in fact. And level 1 appears to be in the southwest corner. Dead End Dead Woods. Right. Both runners find the transports. Level 1 just having the 1 transport and 2 floor items. 6 having a couple of transports, including a staircase item. that is a really interesting level 1 shoot room. I think it's pretty rare for that to happen, to be honest. Another Triforce kit, as we're watching a little bit of mini Dig Dogger fighting in level 1. Looks like Chungus is going to say no thanks to level 6 for the short term. We'll see if that's a place we have to go back to after the fact. Heart container in level 1 on the floor underneath the Dig Dogger. That's really good fighting. There's a little bit of a trick in the doorway to be able to fight them without the threat of taking damage, and if you kill one of them, you don't have to kill the rest, but that was pretty good work there to take them all out. Spending the key north in this level 8, which I think is fair. And I believe that was a red ring we just saw on the floor on 1. So that's a pretty big find. I think we might be ladder blocked out of the rest unless you can bomb to the right. So I think that's enough reason to leave and come back later. Meanwhile, Chungus is hoping this gel cooperates. It looks like we might get some good luck here. Oh, nope, you gotta push the block. Rip. My goodness, the key doors in this level 8. Nope. We've got another key now for this level 8. An unfortunate death to the Gibdo, but we can now perhaps advance closer to the Triforce room. Not sure if that's the play here. There are a couple items in here, but perhaps securing the route there is what we're going for at the minimum. You definitely pay this bull's voice. There's a chance for this to be a drop, and level 5 appears to be over in the grave. It's the Z shape. Well, that's a thing. Looks like the river is going to be rather prominent in this seed so far as Triforce kits go. Looks like we've had enough of the Pole's voice. I'm going to try and use the flute to get past them and presumably towards the waterfall cave, amongst other places. The real comedy here is going to be a ladder under the Armos. Then you'll see a lot of panic from both runners when they find it. In reality, neither one is particularly early to it. More likely, though, it's just a heart container. Wait out the Twitch feed on Ridley's side, I guess we'll get some more overworld exploration. See if 2% Chungus opts back into another key purchase at some point. Looks like we made it back just in time for the Triforce. No items were marked, so we did not miss much of anything. More Lionel shenanigans. Might see Chungus go ahead and grab the silvers right now since we're at 6 hearts and we know there are some leave your heart of money rooms. This level 5 does have a singular walkthrough wall left or right, so really checking those walls to make sure. Thankfully, we can walk right on the overworld for this pirouette trick in level 3. I'm going to check the other spot real quick, which is not going to amount to much more than door repair. Reasonably likely to see this push and give us the segment. Alrighty. Will we get lucky with at least a Triforce over here? Nope, another key door instead. Running theme of the seed. I think it's going to be the first to buy 3 or 4 keys or find the any key. So one more room to the north here. That could be a drop room, so gotta kill the wall masters. I believe it'll spawn right where we're standing as well. It was in fact a heart container. We went from 6 hearts to 7. So out we go until we have a key. And perhaps bait. I don't know that we have bait on this side. No, we don't. I think this is most likely just an overworld clear to the Armos. Really gonna grab a couple of bombs. Thought about a key purchase there, but is sitting on 2 keys thanks to that level 5. Almost a vanilla enemy set on the overworld, minus the Pole's voice. Which is both good and bad. The good old slow-mo dance around the Lionels. Unfortunately, lost quite a bit of money on that. Just gonna save and maybe blue ring at this point. If so, it's a bit of a concern that we'll run out of keys, I think. There should be a couple mediums and small secrets, which are 20 and 34, I believe, so relatively reasonable. Also, we are benefited by the knowledge that Red Ring is not too difficult to get to in one. So what's up here? It is the blue ring. The other thing to note is 2% Chungus does not have bait, and we are almost guaranteed that it's going to be in the way in level 3. It could be a lucky scenario where it blocks nothing by being the top room, or maybe it blocks a room that has a compass in it. double blue potions for Ridley. I looked over twice in time, both times to see the potion get. So I'm assuming the red potion's pretty expensive and cheaper just to buy the 2 blue. Right, we might get a chance to see what the armless item is. I'll laugh if it's the latter. No, just the heart, predictable. Ridley now guaranteed that silvers. Should make his way towards level 1 here shortly. It's in the Dead Woods, but we have to survive to that point, which has been a bit rough. Meanwhile, Ridley's going to find level 3 with a couple keys. Blue ring on the left, a red ring on the right. Still working away at this mixed room with bubbles. It's not very fun to deal with. like the bait block is in the way of at least the second item, unless the second item happens to be behind the key door on the left side of the dungeon. The question is whether or not the item in level 3 is actually relevant to completion, or if it's just another, maybe semi-helpful item. Oof. Well, it's not the latter, unless it's over on the key door on the left. Alright, 7 hearts now for Ridley. We're only 1 away on the left side. And now we've gone pink with the red ring pickup. I believe Chungus is probably not the happiest to see that. Not going to decline it, but you'd rather not see that just after buying the blue ring. Well, here is the last room we can access in 3. I'm gonna guess compass. Power bracelet instead. That will open up some more overworld checks. I believe we are very quickly approaching Death Mountain and blocked locations on the overworld. I feel like we could have maybe found another way to go in this level 5. I wasn't absolutely tracking every step that was taken in here. But I think it was a lack of interest in burning through any further resources. Yeah, no, we're just gonna up out of that room. Everybody's favorite dungeon. It is in fact Power Bracelet A. That's kind of second quest vanilla. potentially go left in this for the bomb wall, but usually the entryway is a no-go. You just have to continue the way it allows, which in this case is not very far. Second overworld secret shop is not quite as expensive. Nothing in the bottom portion of the Z. Is there a room where you'd like to have bombs? What are we gonna do here? I think you have to burn the key. I don't think there's a choice. I believe we saw that this room was nothing. It transports you to a place where you get basically no gain. Looks like Ridley's gonna make the Death Mountain dive. At this point, I'm kind of suspicious that we could have a little bit more vanilla out of this. I feel like there's a chance that we can get some more exploration done in this 5. Would surprise me if it's the bow in here or something. Once again, we are tied up on Triforce. Still leaving a bit on the board in 5, just like we did with level 6. Always a shot that there's something useful elsewhere, though. Gotta be careful on this screen. Oof, man. Thought for a second we were gonna go for the ride there. That's not what really was gonna want out of that. Still major need for bombs for Death Mountain exploration. It is going to have the first crack at Western Death Mountain, which could potentially house level 7 and level 9. Those are the only 2 left outstanding at this point. got all the other information we need. Still need at least a bomb pack to get through all of the spots that you would have available by default in First Quest. In fact, you need a second bomb pack. You need one more than we currently would have. Well, from this screen, it's not exactly safe, but there are multiple bomb droppers on here. I believe our first bomb chance was on that moblin, which unfortunately does not drop it. My guess is we're about to hit the 1 count, and there's a bomb. We'll see if we're correctly on the 1. If this last one drops the clock, and that's where we were. Well. Instead of getting any information on where exactly we are, last guy decided, nope, not giving you anything. Level 9 is found. Gonna take back the blue potion that we had to use essentially a minute ago, getting through Eastern Death Mountain. There's a rather dangerous screen there. Wishful thinking there, perhaps. Need a couple more heart containers for that magical sword pickup. Unfortunately, we're one moblin too few on this level 7 screen to get the bomb drop. Clock on 3 meant we only got to 5. Potential Goma block, transport, or item staircase there. That's fun. Pole's voice is a hint that's covered by the book. Another fairly easy Triforce to get to. So Ridley restores the 1 Triforce lead. Just tuning in, we've got a fairly interesting race going here. Pretty key-starved overall. Both runners have kind of been bouncing between 0 and... I've maybe seen 3 for a moment or two. It's mostly been between 0 and 2. Hello. We didn't have sound on Ridley's side when we found 9. Turns out we're not going to have to search very long and hard to find the one and only pig. He shall be left or right of the entry room. And southwest or southeast of the old man that's going to be impeding entry until we hit a Triforces. Really gonna check out this circle moat room to see if there's a drop in here. Chungus is gonna find some more Goma blocks. That one not really blocking much of anything though. Another small bit of information, if really finds the bow sometime soon, as we see a rather large level 7. Really does not have silver arrows picked up yet from the flute spot in the desert. At first glance, it looks like about 36 rooms in the 7. Both runners now in the same room. A lot more luck with the manhandle Chungus in this one, but no payday. Both runners still looking for that breakthrough item in this level 7. There's another bait block. Doesn't really look that promising as far as truly blocking progression, but stranger things have happened. getting some refund of some resources now. There's a key in this room. I think we just steal that away and see what's in the next room. This could be a staircase item. Nope. Good troll game. And Chungus finds the Triforce in 7 that we saw on Ridley's side earlier. Not sure if that's really what we were after there, but at the same time, we know it's pretty easy to get there. Still looking at this Goma, I'm a little bit suspicious. Time to feed some Dodongos. This is still really close. Both runners are basically neck and neck as far as information at this point. Running out of rooms in this level 7 for the staircase. I would be somewhere else. Still a floor item in here, though. Bomb upgrade was pretty nice. Only affordable by 1 as well. That bait is 100% not required. let you know if there's an item pickup. As we, I think, are completely out of rooms now, outside of one. He did clear the one room that he could potentially clear. He walked through a room in the northeast that could have potentially had a drop. Alright, so we are bow blocked. If that's the ladder, that's really mean. No freebie mags in this seed. Chungus does not have the power bracelets, so doesn't know where 4 is. So has to clear out the rest of Death Mountain looking. Both runners full clear the 7 pretty hard on the floor. Which I don't blame either runner for doing, by the way. Just the luck of the draw on this one. Big moment here. Will Chungus use the last key to go get the power bracelet out of the left side of this 3, or will they go buy bait and be sad? Looks like sadness. Again, a play that I can't say I blame a runner for making. It just is not going to work out in their favor in this case. I can't remember if there's any more key doors up here. Alright, back into level 2 for Ridley. This is one of the dungeons we skipped out on earlier. Ah, it's a moat room. This should likely have the compass in it. Alright, he knows that he has a key door over there. His tracker is marked as such. Feels like both runners got kind of lucky in this room of Dark Nuts having a early clock. Power bracelet acquired. We know that is access to level 4. How much actual access that gives you to items? Well, we won't mention that. Honestly, at this point, any key is almost as useful. As again, both runners find themselves on fumes as far as keys go. Hey, there is a magic boomerang on the floor. That is at least item knowledge. This could be our staircase in level 2. And unfortunately, Chungus now realizing that the fight of level 4 is not quite as significant. Well, it's another key, which will give us access to the very south of this letter A. Just gotta clear a dig dogger now. If we had the magic boomerang instead of snubbing it, then this room would be easy peasy. I'm just saying. Unsurprisingly, both runners are now in here. That was some pretty good juking there by 2% Chungus. Red Bubbles got doped heavily. Alrighty, last room has Dodongos, a compass, and what? True sadness would be the regular boomerang now. Double bananas and 2 would be pretty terrible. Oh, there we go. Ladder is officially in 2. That will now open up the Book on the Coast, which is not super relevant outside of 9. Inside of 9 will give us Zelda information. We don't need it for Ganon information. I believe that 2% Chungus will also have enough keys to get down there, so that'll work out. I believe Ridley's heading for the silvers, which is right here. Yep, I'll go ahead and assume we're walking in there. Although it would help if I click the actual tracker and not the picture on my screen. So now the question is level 4, level 8, or level 5 or 6 return trip for the bow. The most useful item left that could be blocked by the Goemon now at 7 is likely the Innie Key. Wand being the other potential. It was 1 square off on the entry to this floor. I thought it was a little bit of... I thought it was in the E, let's put it that way. It in fact is in the V column. Another bomb upgrade really is 5 rupees short. And given the key issue, I think you probably don't want to buy that. You got a bomb right in the bomb upgrade room. I'm not sure how likely I would be to clear the Goemon 7. It's a tough call to make. This is an extremely linear 4. You have to go this way. Yep, it's a compass room, but it's also the item room. I thought for a second 2% Chungus was going to up A out of here. That would have been really unfortunate. All the bombs. And the spice racks. I would think he's probably concerned with where he's at now, but in reality, that's only about a 5-minute deficit. The one thing that would hold me up to going back to 7 would be the fact that Ganon is literally a room into level 9, so you've got to make the choice as to whether or not you think you're going to have to do a lot more exploration for Zelda. Certainly my decision's made a little bit easier by my feeling that I can probably down Ganon with Wood Sword, Red Ring, and 3 hearts. If you're less comfortable, then maybe it makes a lot more sense as well. But overall, I think maybe I would dip into 9 and decide after looking at a little bit of it if I wanted to go into 7. We did not miss the bow as far as I could tell. Neither runner has found an item in 4 yet. We found Gomas. Plenty of Gomas. So the Triforce lead has grown a little bit. However, if we're not going to explore this 4, that's a fairly dangerous play to make. Bomb pack on the floor as the drop in this maze room, so it won't be a staircase. Got 3 out of the 4 claws in the first go, which usually ain't bad unless you're in grade school. That's just average. We're at 10 hearts now, which is not enough for Magical Sword. Back into 4 for Chungus. Ridley's closing in on the Triforce at this point. Gonna try the block clip here to get around and up to this room. I guess it was not quite this room. White sword. So there's one of the items that one of our chatters is looking at digging level 7 for. The others being wand and key. How would that impact your decision making now? Sounds like skipping it is the idea now. Ooh, Ridley's gonna take the heart hit. I don't actually disagree. With the white sword in hand, Magical Sword's not really that big of a deal anymore. I would be more inclined to think I'd run out of keys again. This is likely a transport or the other item. I don't know if we've seen a transport. Felt like we walked up this side. Second staircase item is a heart container, so the bow is not here. It's a one-way wall. Yeah, I definitely agree with the book idea. That's not something you want to leave behind. It's very useful potentially for Zelda. But we can't bomb in the room above. Oh, this is not a one-way. I thought it was. Looks like you have to bomb north in this room or walk through it. Oh, it's just segmented. Wow. So, you gotta go through this, which had a dig dogger in it. No, excuse me, it's further down. What a troll. Perhaps I thought I saw him take the Triforce out of here. Where did he go to get it? He went to 8. That's right, he went to 8. Ow. So you have to go right in this room. Through the walkthrough to get to this Triforce, which puts us one away. So now I can mark it. So, Triforce lead is getting significant. However, it's really only a huge lead if the bow's in 9. That Triforce was in fact Magic Stair Block. The staircase is in a room fairly close to where Ridley's at. Important items are on in this one, so yes, unless it's blocking a Triforce. We've had a couple of weekly seeds, I believe, now where the bow has been a 9. Full-on shenanigans. I would say hate to see it, but I know chat too well. So the Triforce lead still is quite deceptive in my mind. So we still don't know exactly where the bow's at. This is level 3. This is level 2, which gets you close enough to level 8, which is in the northeast. That appears to be where we're going. Alright, here is the item, which we will not turn our nose up to. If it were me in this situation, I think I'm probably going back to 6 and just taking the try out of 8. The logic in my case being, we don't fully know the map of this 8. It could be pretty brutal. Although the virus are not brutal, that's actually really nice. You take the shape that you know, or the shape you don't, essentially, is what my thought would be. Oh, this should be an item. We'll see if it pays off. Nope. Womp womp. Oh man, the shoot room shenanigans here, that'd be really good. Do it. Be the worst troll. If I had the map of 8, it probably changes things. I probably would go for item density, but hey, speaking of the map, meh. I'm not sure anymore. This 8's pretty ugly. Level 7, I believe, was somewhere around the 36 room mark. This one appears to be 2 rooms more. At first glance, my count is 38. Math on stream is pretty dangerous, though. And not overly significant here. It's still pretty ugly. We were ladder blocked out of 1 initially. Oh. The only way I'm checking mags... Well, let's see. I mean... If I have 12 hearts... In this case, yeah, probably. The only reason I'm checking, though, is because of 9's proximity to Magical Sword, and not because I would feel the necessity to go out of my way to get to it. You know, it's... Basically, 9 is B3 for those with the tracker, or it's Death Mountain West, right of the Power Bracelet push block spot. Magical Sword is A2, or the screen north and west. Level 7, which you're going to use to flute to level 9, most likely, is southwest of the Magical Sword. So you're literally going to have to walk right by it. There's not a reason to skip it unless you don't have enough hearts to check it again, which both runners in theory have enough to go ahead and take a quick peek. Raft is the second staircase item. I'm not exactly sure why we went for that. Oh, we don't know where 6 is yet, do we? If we're Ridley, that's fair. Never mind, he doesn't know yet. Ridley's overworld is rather decorated with bright spots. It's, I believe, not fully tracked properly in this case. I think some of Death Mountain was checked, so... did not check the Monocle Rock, though, which is where 6 is. There's the floor heart. We are good to go now. I would pick this up. It's in the way. What happened here? We ran out of bombs. There. So the tracking is off for Ridley in the northwest Death Mountain. Actually, in all of Death Mountain. And all of the west coast, actually. The east coast, I'm not sure. Seems like some of the spots are not correctly marked. The bomb deficit is rather large at this point. Yep. As someone in the chat's noting, the keys have gotten a little bit better. We've had the struggles. Ridley's going to give up the heart they just took to go get the try out of the Chevy room. I forget what's impeding in 5. It's... I want to say a check of a bomb wall, and Dodongos were in another room, so... My guess is 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 1 bow-blocked item in 7, 2 items in 9. Any key, we'll take it at this point. It's no longer as necessary as it once was, but by the end of this 9, it could have been. That is not guaranteed Zelda because of the potential for the block to still push. It might be shenanigans later, but that's okay. It will be a brief lesson later, perhaps. Oh, Ridley, don't go in that room. Well, I guess there's blue bubbles there. That makes some sense. This level 9 is rather small. A whopping 41. I think, no, it's 40 on the nose. Yep, a shoot room in 1, in a rather annoying place. Very rare occurrence. I think I have not seen that before. Oh, it's not the right way to bomb, Ridley. Go right. There you go. We're back at start again in level 9. I'm just going to bomb the keys. Now get out of level 1 and look for level 6. Not a ton of staircases left. In this 9, I think there's like 2 more. Probably have to go back, because I think we were in the room to the right of this already. Could also just try and bomb out. It does work, so we can go south. Turns out we would not have been able to push that block earlier. It was, in fact, Zelda. So no trolls this time for failing to push it. Ridley is closing into 6. Couple screens away, maybe? I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess. Zelda blocks a staircase to the left. There was a transport taken at some point that dropped you off there. There are a lot of rooms that are accessible still to the right. Okay, Ganon's route is confirmed. Not quite sure what we're getting from this kill. Well, a fairy, I guess, helps. But we gotta head north, and that is another Zelda's room. Not the one we're looking for. Not really an important one. Not quite bombing the correct spot on that one. But neither one is particularly, well, that one would have opened. I don't think we tried bombing south into Gan's room. Been this way before. This is the last old man. We've been in that room as well. We have to go back up and to the left in this key door. Which is what's going on. Oh, Ridley, go south here. Go south. Unlucky. More or less rooting for this to come down to the wire. Or at least have one runner digging one dungeon while the other's digging another. Don't flute away, don't do it. Rough. Well, the Dig Dogger's guarding a staircase that's open. What will we see inside of here? Oh, that's game. Goodness. Another bow and 9. Now the million-dollar question. Can you bomb down here? Or can you bomb left? No bombing down. Oh, bomb left. Bomb left. This is technically the way he knows. You go up to the northeast corner. Then you go one room to the left. Then you go through this staircase. And you go to the southwest. And then you walk. Oh, a bad time to lag here. What happened? There we go, got him back. Oh, Chevy Room Ganon. Not technically over then. This is a room where you can get hugged quite a few times if you're unlucky. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit over here now. Ooh! One more hug and it's over. One more fireball and it's over. Ooh. Now we're gonna have to find some health in here. According to his map, it is actually segmented, by the way. I didn't look the first time. This can also get you there. Ridley finds level 6. Got to kill a lot of things in here to get health, I think. Ridley's most likely going to explore this level 6 for the bow. It will not work, unfortunately, as we know. We're looking for some health droppers. There are not that many left on the way. Unfortunately, there are 0 left, so gonna have to do a little bit better in round 2 to be able to take down Ganon. See if it works out. Caught him with the first swing, then got drivered. And drivered again. At this point, it's one of those situations where you're rushing because you think your opponent's literally right behind you. In reality, Ridley's probably about 15 minutes away. That's why you gotta not really get too worried about where your opponent's at, because you can't really control it. Just gotta play your own seed. I guess we didn't get the updated flags for this. There you go, there's your flags. I guess I could put the prompt in there too. Might have a minute or two while we're finishing up on stream. Down goes Ganon. There's really no easy way back, is there? You gotta walk it. Nasty 9. Sub 155 is going to be close. We cannot take a death on the way. Nothing looks to be impeding the progress there at the moment. Half a heart, though, now. Gotta be careful even of the gels and the fire. So death by fire or finish. Ooh, it took the risk. I don't know if I'd have done that. I wouldn't have had the guts. 154.07 is the time. Gotta love trying to balance out this sound so it's not so far behind on Ridley, only to have the entire window work on it. But we fixed it. I believe I'm joined by 2% Chungus. GG.
Good evening, and GG.
Well, you took the gamble, and it worked, so that was the thing.
20% of the time, it happens every time.
It's a little bit less of a gamble for your opponent in this case. Really, I think has one more check as far as items go for the raft in 8. Also found both heart containers in there. But yeah, the any key that you would have hoped to have found earlier, you found in level 9 as well as the bow, so looks like it was locking away both of the goodies.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I was sure I was done for when I found the ladder in 2 after like 50 calendar minutes.
Oh, let's see. You were behind to the ladder by, I want to say 4 minutes. And then I want to say you were maybe a little bit behind in just about every dungeon the two of you dug. Outside of level 6, which you found early and really found as a redig of the overworld. That's really the gap into 9. Outside of the difference in the expenditures, you bought the blue ring and then immediately found the red ring because that's how that works. Whereas really got to the southwest corner and found it a little bit earlier. I believe Ridley is not too far away from where the bow ends up being in this. He's next to Zelda's room. I want to say it was just over here to the right somewhere. In this room, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was up here in the northeast. I stopped tracking when I found it because my heart jumped into my throat and it was time to go to Ganon.
Yep, bow acquired. Really does not have the Zelda location and does not have the Ganon route. Bit of a troll, Ganon.
Doubly so when he taunts you on the overworld for 5 minutes.
Yep, that's always a fun glitch. But yeah, I'm trying to think what... I guess combat for both of you was kind of slow going in the beginning. It's kind of a vanilla-ish overworld minus some Pole's voice, and Lionel's in some inopportune spots cost a couple of minutes and a couple of deaths to each of you. Then it kind of got rolling after that. I think both of you started to pick up the pace almost at the same time.
Yeah, it took a minute to get in the swing of it. All the Troll's Voice Swarming 8 was great.
Oh, this bomb wall does open. Wow. Thought that one didn't open. Oh, just got a bomb down from here. Or go back and check this wall first. That's also fair. Yeah. This way is the starting room. Let's turn it back around and go south at the Patra.
Ah, that bombed west from 1? Man.
Yeah, you had it marked, so I assumed that you bombed it after begging you to bomb it the first time, only to realize just now that maybe it wasn't the case. We're taking the staircase, though. That's it's a bit surprising. Oh, no. Changed our mind. Going back. Gonna try bombing down, I would think. No? Not sure. Maybe just getting a little ahead of the game now and trying to find a way around and miss that bomb wall. That would be rather unfortunate. But yeah, 1-0 after a pretty well fought battle here. Again, both of you pretty close for the majority of this race. There were some concerns at times that maybe the blue ring would lead to the lack of money for bait, because we thought for a second that 3 might have the second item beyond it. Turns out not quite the case. It was actually just a key lock situation. And then again, worried when both runners were down to 0 keys for a good portion of the middle half of this race, before I think you both eventually found your way up to 4 or 5 and occasionally 6. So that was really the story of the race, is who's going to have enough keys to get to the end.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Had Melchior's voice in my head the whole time. Buy the key. Buy the key.
Oh, there were some more Melchior voices going in chat. Think he's getting set up for another one at this point, but quite a few people were checking it out. Gonna get the Zelda route confirmed here. I still think we missed the one and only bomb wall that takes you to Ganon. The any key, yep. 3 keys left at this point. Can't say no. Quick glance. Yeah, there is no staircase in that room next to Ganon. There's a hodgepodge room with a couple bubbles in it. So just gotta go back there and eventually bomb the one remaining wall that we didn't bomb, and we can get there. In the meantime, for those looking for more action, I'll load back up the schedule, take a look. It looks like there are... Looks like 2 of the 3 races this evening are going to get covered. We do have Stun and Bommy over on Bogey's channel going currently. I think Malchior is on comms with that one. And then Malchior, I think, might be doing the double up with the Fred and Bobino race at 10 o'clock. And then we also have the CJ Alsoa race at 10 o'clock with Brewers fan JP and 8gen doing the talking. There is one more out there. Some potential for that one to get aired. We'll see. Game tried to throw him back to where he needed to be. Gonna head up, still looking for the staircase, probably thinking it's magical at this point. Many times it is, just not in this particular seed. There is the most fun of staircases. Leads you to the glorious one-off room to the left of Zelda. Doesn't look like we're tracking 9 at this point, so should see based on the map that we've seen every room, so maybe we'll lead to a recheck of the bomb walls near Ganon just to make sure. Certainly aren't going to run out of bombs looking for a bomb wall. The double +6 bomb upgrades make it pretty difficult to run out. There's one more room that Ridley has not been in. It's up here and to the right, I want to say. Oh, can't go in the empty room there. Just got a bomb right here. Was this even a staircase? Quick check suggests that you didn't actually see this room, so it doesn't push. Let's see. Question chat. The Google spreadsheet's kind of the easiest. Well, it's a Google form. It's the best way to get the schedule. Otherwise, you can look at Speed Gaming's website for anything they're going to air. We don't have the calendar function for Zelda 1 Randomizer channels. Bomb south here. Hey, we found it. If you're on the Discord, though, just look up the Zelda 1 Discord, and we do try and post it there. Today was a little bit hectic, so I don't think it got updated in time. But we'll try to keep it updated in the general chat for those looking for the races as we get to them. Here comes the Ganon fight. Gonna sit it out on the ladder spot there, which will work. Two more swings, I believe. One more. Wildfire is looking for the link for the moment. Ganon has been downed, and now it's just the walk back. Alrighty. And GG's to SP Ridley for finishing. It's a 2 hour, 12 minute, 17-second finish. So give him a second to jump in. He's wants to talk. Think we just got the ping in. Yep. GG's on the finish there.
Ouch. Can't believe the second time I did that in the same match. I missed the bomb when I was trying to find 6 earlier. Like, I could have found it way earlier in the game, and then I missed the bomb spot. Ah, that was painful.
Yep, is a bit of a redig of the overworld looking for it, but it worked out in the end.
Yeah. And then at that point, I was just gambling on the bow being in 9.
Yep, you and your opponent both gambled a couple of locations shy of full knowledge. So
Oh, really?
we'll never get to know where the red candle, the second recorder, the wand, or the regular boomerang are at. One of them is bow blocked. Because, of course, that one room in 7 that had the Gomo is one of the items. I,
Yeah.
I think both of you got the full world tour of 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely went looking for everything in that one.
Then you both
Like,
got the full tour of level 2, as I'm pretty sure both of you last roomed that, or got really close to it, if not, the ladder. Got it 5 minutes apart, the ladder.
jeez.
Let's see, what else did you both full clear? 4 seemingly almost full cleared by both of you, if not full cleared. Basically a room or two away. And then I think you both saw about the same amount of 5. I think 2% Chungus found the Triforce in 6 without the ladder, so you got a free tour of a little bit more of 6.
Oh, jeez.
Level 1, I mean, level 1 small, so level 1, level 3, who cares about those full tours? So yeah. And then I think Chungus was what, 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms shy of the full clear of 9, whereas you almost made a quicker thing of that 9. Just unfortunately got trolled by the one bomb wall you didn't bomb until you got around to it. So just the way that goes. I wonder if you were tracking 9, having not seen any sort of finish, if that changes a little bit, or
No, not really. I mean, yeah, I didn't even change my map for it when I was in the dungeon, so I was just going off of what the end game map had shown me, and then just kind of winging it from there.
yeah. Well, pretty
So,
much
yeah.
up until we saw the bow in the second staircase in 9. It was a close race still because it was not really a given what you were going to do.
Uh,
If it hadn't been in 9 and you had stayed outside of 9, then that would have given you a significant amount of time to catch up. The
mm,
moment that bow was found, though, that was pretty much
yep.
outside of a little bit of a disagreement from Gannon. Outside of that, I think it was pretty much game set at that point.
Yeah, what a fun room for that one, by the way.
Oh yeah, Chevy rims are fun. Circle moats are
Right.
fun. What other one usually offsets? Double moat room kind of offsets occasionally. Seemingly, he behaves himself in the Inishi room. Not sure why. But yeah, I think if you watch it back, well, don't watch your name on the title
Right.
for the first 30 seconds before I realized that I got you. See, I have Sliddick and I have SP Ridley, and for whatever reason, I connected the two names and went SP Riddick and then
Oh,
fixed that. So for the first 30 seconds, you're misnamed, not in the title of the VOD, but in the title of the
gotcha.
title. So I got off to a flying start, of course. Notorious for those. But yeah. Uh, any uh, any final thoughts from either one of you, Chungus or Ridley, was to
Good luck later in the tournament, Chungus.
I can't wait to see who dumpsters me next week.
well, I mean it's doesn't really matter where you go. I mean, I'm not going to spoil all the results from day one, but those results went ways that maybe people didn't fully expect either. So it's going to be a deep field, but there are 83 other runners, so you never know who you're going to pair up with next. Probably not your opponent from week 1, but if that happens, we'll have to investigate our wheel. But with that,
Nice.
I think I'll leave it to chat to kind of hit up one of the other channels. Currently, I think it's just Bogey's channel in operation, so you head over to twitch.tv/Bogey Smalls. That's where that match is at. And then we have 2 at the end of the night, 1 on SG2, 1 on Zelda 1 Randomizer, with 1 match kind of in the abyss at the moment. Maybe it picks up, or maybe it goes without. We'll find out. Have a good night.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks for the race. Thanks for the commentary.
No problem.